Hello and welcome to The Spirit Safe. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me and Happy New Year. Welcome to 2024. Missed a couple of reviews towards the end of 2023 due to health issues. I had COVID and couldn't taste a great deal, and we had people visiting as well. So my usual picturesque spot was not available for filming. So hope you'll forgive me for missing a couple of reviews, but here we are in 2024 and ready to start off with something rather interesting. It's from the Lagg distillery, a new distillery on the Isle of Arran. There's obviously another distillery on the Isle of Arran called the Isle of Arran Distillery. I've only reviewed one bottle from Arran, and that was a long time ago, so I'd like to do some more from Arran, but this is from Lagg, and I think this is the 98th Scottish distillery I have reviewed, hoping to do 99 and 100 later in the year. So new distillery, this is the inaugural bottling, and this is from batch number 1. It's entirely ex-bourbon, it's heavily peated at 50 ppm. So I wasn't sure what to make of it. I bought this online in Alberta. I paid 113 Canadian, and it's bottled at 50% ABV. The packaging is really lovely. This reminds me of some kind of Rothko painting, or maybe something from an album sleeve. I think it's really brilliantly done. I'm sure these are the stylistic representation of the stone blocks on the corner of the wall, and it pulls open like this. It's a sturdy cardboard box, revealing the dumpy little bottle in here. Really well done. It's got a rounded stopper, and the glass has got just a slight bluish green tint to it that I think works really very well. Excuse me. So yeah, I've had this open for quite a while. I bought it in Alberta. I was quite fortunate to get something from batch 1. I believe it has sold out in the UK. Yeah, very, very nicely packaged and put together there. So it is peated, but it, 50 ppm is higher than Ardbeg 10, but it's nowhere near as forward in terms of the smokiness and the medicinal quality. It is just very marine, very coastal, and it's kind of hard to situate it really, because you're looking 50% 50 ppm. That's a lot, but it just doesn't come at you in that way. There's a lovely, lovely cigar box note that's coming off. Maybe a herbal tea. It's mossy, licheny peat. Rock pools, a lot of kelp or seaweed. The alcohol note, fairly subdued for 50% ABV. There's also something creamy, some salted butter. Baked apple, something oily, candle wax, paraffin wax, menthol, bitter lemon, grapefruit, lime juice. It's not overly sweet. Aloe vera. It's just, well, it is quite sweet. It's just not sickly sweet. It's very interesting. It's very green, very verdant. Very, very coastal. The salt in the nostrils just drying a little bit. The palate is lovely. It shows a heck of a lot of poise. I'm really glad that they did all of this in first fill ex-bourbon. You know, it's sweet and salty, bit of cinnamon and nutmeg, bit of pepper, green chili, vanilla, honey, but it's dominated by this cucumbery marine note. It's just very marine. A lot of rock pools, a lot of kelp, a lot of sweet seaweed, a bit of sweet pear, lemon zest, interesting cereals that have been allowed to come to the fore because they haven't put this in an ex Chardonnay wine barrel or anything like that. Bit of brown sugar, barley sugar, and this mineral peat. It is more peaty on the palate than on the nose, and it is slightly medicinal as it heads on to the finish, but it's just a very coastal peat. I will give it a drop of water. Half a teaspoonful. A bit more wood smoke coming through, barbecue sauce. Yeah, that has intensified the smokiness of it a little bit. And the salt, cardamom, orange peel, still very coastal and marine-like. But now gin botanicals are starting to come through. Juniper, grapefruit peel. You know, that botanical bitterness. Salted caramel, most definitely. Sweet fresh mint, butter. Shortbread or rough oats biscuits. Lovely on the palate with some water. Heating up a little bit in terms of the alcohol and the peat content. There's lovely sea spray, brine, bitter chocolate, butter fudge, vanilla, cream. Peat starting to get a bit more ashy. Spices, black licorice, salted black licorice. And it shows a really nice progression. You know, buttery, barley sugars, peat, and then spice and salt. And those gin botanicals now coming through. Wonderfully. Finish, salt, verdant notes, cucumber, aloe, licorice, oaty biscuits, mineral, aniseed, cream coffee, herbal notes, medicinal peat. So this is really excellent. It has a character all of its own, and it is heavily kelpy and marine in character, and it is pretty unique. It's wonderful that they've kept this clean, you know, doing it in ex-bourbon only and really showing off this unusual characteristic that it has in this marine presentation. So it is very, very good. I don't know whether you'll be able to get anything from the first batch anymore, but I'll be looking out for stuff from Lagg in the future because I think it's really great stuff. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the review. Let me know if you tried this. I'd be interested to know your thoughts. And next time we meet, we might have something from an unusual country, one that we haven't done before, or we might have a Scotch blended malt that's very good and very well priced. Not sure which, but it'd probably be one of those two. Anyway, look forward to seeing you again soon, and stay in touch. Cheers.